6:48, this is your morning in 8 minutes. This morning, a suspect facing more than 20 counts of child sex crimes is in custody after more than a month on the run.
The TBI says escaped inmate Sean Williams was arrested last night in Pinellas County, Florida. That's just outside of Tampa. He was spotted there last night after a manhunt throughout the East Coast. A K-9 team found him. U.S. Marshals say Williams escaped federal custody on October 18th during a prison transport from Kentucky. He got away near the federal courthouse in Greenville. Williams now faces numerous charges, including multiple counts of child rape, sexual battery, and 16 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. He's expected to face even more charges.
Well, if you're just joining us, we are tracking breaking news. A home is heavily damaged and its roof is partially collapsed after a house fire early this morning in Knoxville. This happened on the 2200 block of McCalla Avenue in East Knoxville. There was no one home at the time of the fire. The home was being renovated. Knoxville fire crews tell us the blaze is under control, with investigators working now to determine a cause. In Townsend this morning, the Rich Mountain fire is still burning, even after some rain from yesterday helped out. The good news is that residents are back in their homes this morning, and at last check, the fire is now down to 2 acres. Officials are asking you to still avoid this area as crews continue to fight the fire. And more roads are expected to reopen today inside the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Newfound Gap Road, Little River Road, and Laurel Creek roads among the roads back open. Today, crews will be inspecting trails throughout the park for any hazards. If you go hiking today, rangers say be careful. Look out for downed trees and limbs. And a note, a burn ban still in effect in the national park. Charcoal and campfires are prohibited from being burned right now. Meanwhile, we're getting another look at the Black Bear wildfire. This is just across the Tennessee-North Carolina border. Take a look. It's burned nearly 2,000 acres. It's still just 42% contained this morning. This video is from Monday night. So be mindful if you are headed to North Carolina from East Tennessee for Thanksgiving. Officials say you could expect to see some slowdowns on the interstate. This morning, a Knox County Sheriff's deputy is in stable condition after crashing his cruiser while chasing a suspect. According to a report, deputies tried pulling over a man speeding on Parkside Drive around 7 o'clock Monday night. Officials say the suspect took off and led them on a chase down Middlebrook Pike, where a deputy crashed his car on McCamey Road trying to stop the suspect. Officials say the deputy is seriously hurt and was rescued from the cruiser by other law enforcement officials, along with several civilians. And the suspect in that chase, 23-year-old Marcus Johnson, was later caught. He's charged this morning with evading arrest, burglary, theft, and tampering with evidence. In Loudoun County, the sheriff's office says they've caught a man accused of murder in Georgia. The suspect, Brandon Howard, is wanted in connection to a murder in Dallas, Georgia. LCSO and THP troopers were notified Howard could be in our area, and through a phone ping and flock cameras, they were able to find him at a home on Get Good Hollow Road. After a brief chase, he was taken into custody. He is now headed back to Georgia. This morning, airlines are preparing for the busiest travel day of the Thanksgiving week, and severe weather across the country is threatening to put a damper on some plans. And the number of air travelers heading to visit family and friends expected to break records. On the road, AAA says this will be the busiest Thanksgiving travel period ever. More than 1 million Tennesseans hitting the road for the holiday. The good news is gas prices are taking a dip. If you're heading out today, here's what you can expect to pay at the pump. The average in Tennessee right now falling below $3. We're at $2.92. National average a little higher at $3.30 this morning. And here at home, you're going to see $2.93 in Knox County, $3.06 your average in Granger County. You're paying the most around here. The lowest prices in our area, Cumberland County, you're waking up to $2.83 this morning. And today, TDOT is halting most construction-related lane closures on the roads. You're still going to see some of those long-term closures like the ones on I-640. This all starts today at noon. Construction will pick up back next Monday. And at McGee-Tyson Airport, officials tell us the busiest days are today and Sunday. So some advice if you are flying out of TYS, you're going to want to get there early, at least 2 hours before your flight takes off. The airport expects both long and short-term parking to be full. They recommend the new Economy Lot C. The FAA forecasts more than 49,000 flights going out today. And Israel and Hamas have agreed to a short-term ceasefire in order to free some hostages. Over 4 days, 50 Israeli women and children being held captive in Gaza will be released. In exchange, Israel will free a number of Palestinian women and children being held in Israeli prisons. The deal will also allow more fuel and aid to make its way into Gaza. And today marks the 60th anniversary of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. A moment of silence will be observed today in Dallas's Dealey Plaza, where President Kennedy was assassinated. On November 22, 1963, President Kennedy was in a convertible limousine heading to a sold-out luncheon in Dallas, Texas, when shots were fired from a 6th-floor window. Kennedy was shot twice. The FBI later found Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in the shooting. In June of this year, the National Archives concluded its review of the classified documents related to the assassination of President Kennedy, and those records are now available to the public.
Well, today is National Local Comic Book Day, which means the Christmas shopping season is swinging into full gear at Nirvana Comics. The Knoxville Comic Store named one of the top 25 comic shops in the country earlier this year. Today they'll be hosting its yearly Local Comic Shop Day. Nirvana kicks off Local Comic Shop Day at 11 o'clock this morning.
WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols, and today the Vols men's basketball team is going to face off against top-ranked Kansas. It's the last game for the Vols in this year's Maui Invitational. The Vols opened with a win over Syracuse on Monday before falling to number 2 ranked Purdue yesterday. The Vols and Kansas tip off at 2:30 this afternoon. You can check out that game on ESPN2.
All right, today's the start to one of the busiest travel days of the year. Let's see how the roads are looking with Kristen.
Yeah, good morning. Keeping an eye on that first alert traffic for you. I-75 at Merchants Drive is looking pretty good, but we're seeing a lot more of that northbound traffic on 75 this morning. You can see there that's where most of the volume is building as you folks are headed out for your Thanksgiving travel today. Now, this is at I-81 just east of the 40 split. Now, I know this camera's out of focus there, but those lights all from backups caused by this overturned vehicle on I-81 north at the White Pine exit. This is in Jefferson County. That right lane is still closed this morning, and those delays extend pretty much back all the way to the 40 split. So keep that in mind if you are headed northeast this morning for your Thanksgiving travel or your morning commute. But take a look at your Knoxville area traffic. We're really looking pretty good on those interstates and main roads here in Knoxville. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that as your morning rush gets closer.
Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Paige Noel.
Got me now. We got some of the thicker cloud cover out there. Got a few of those isolated showers up towards those mountaintops. 48 now in Knoxville, 50 in Pigeon Forge, or 45 in La Follette, 40 in Crossville. So we got that cooler air starting to move in. That's going to continue as we head throughout the day today. Temperatures really staying into about the mid to upper 40s, so not moving a whole lot, adding in just a few of those stray showers. Your Thanksgiving forecast, 49 by noon to 53 by 5 o'clock. So we're going to see a lot more of that sunshine, but still looking like a chilly day. We're going to see that chilly air really settle in. By the time we get towards the end of the week, got a few clouds there on Friday. Could see a stray shower or two, mostly dry heading into the weekend, bringing in a few showers late Sunday. And then you see those temperatures upper 40s to lower 50s early into next week. Overnight lows dropping back near freezing by Tuesday morning. So actually right near average for this time of year after we were dealing with some of that warmer air before that cold front moved through yesterday.
All right, Paige, thank you very much. That'll do it for us here on